I'm going to walk you guys through a process that I figured out. If you ever have a situation where you want to print hard copies of work that students have turned in electronically, especially if it's an entire class or a large number of documents from an assignment that you want, I found a shortcut to do that. Um, so I'll walk you through that really quickly. So here's a quiz that my students turned in electronically, but I'd like to have hard copies. So you're going to go into your Google Classroom under Student Work. You should have this file folder here. If I click on that, it will take me to the Google Drive folder where all of their submitted work is living. And then I'm going to go through and select the ones that I want to print. So I can do that by clicking on the items that I want. If I hold down Command as I'm clicking, that will let me multi-select as many from the folder as I want to. If the student hasn't submitted it yet, it will still show up in here, but the form will be blank. So that anyway, you can select any number that you'd like. After that, you want to do basically a right click on one of the files. So that would be control click to bring up this menu. And you go to open with, and then there's this PDF mergey extension. So if I click now on that, what it's going to do is take me to this extension that allows me to merge all those files into a PDF, which I can then save to my computer to print. So all of the files I selected are showing up here. It takes a couple minutes to process, but I just hit that merge button, and then I will get back a single PDF that has all of the documents in it, and I can do whatever I want with that. In this case, print, but if you just want a hard copy to save on your computer or for any other reason, you'll have the opportunity to download that once everything is done merging. I will say one thing to watch out for if you're planning on printing these and then maybe handing them back to students at some point. You have to watch out for files printing front to back. Also, they will not automatically print with students' names on them. So you should make sure, if it's important that you do have their names, that that's something that you've had the students type into their documents. Otherwise, you're losing that information when you transfer this to the final PDF. Or you might have situations where one student's work is printing on the back of another student's work, and so if you're printing single-sided, that's not an issue. But if you're printing out double-sided, those are just some little hiccups that I have had to adjust the few times I've used this. Okay, so now my merged PDF is ready. I've got a couple choices. I can save it again, save it back to my Google Drive. You can do that and print from there, or we can save the PDF to your computer. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. It'll prompt me to make a file name. Second Kill a Mockingbird Quiz 4. I'm going to hit OK. That is now a downloaded file on my computer. So if I open that up, I have all of the student work in one file. Again, it's not going to have their names on it unless that's something that I had them type in. It's just the documents themselves. I can then print, share, save, etc. So just a shortcut that I figured out that a few of you had asked about. So I'll share for everybody that might benefit. If you have questions, let me know.